Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make the number 1 in a friendship bracelet. So here's the pattern. I've already done 4 of the rows, which is right here. It's at the beginning, just 4 rows, and then so now I'm going to start on the actual one. I have 7 purple strings, which is the color of the number or the letter, whatever you're going to do. Right now I'm doing a number. And then here's my background color. I just have a whole bunch of this. So that'll make the 7 rows since I have 7 of these. Okay, so let's get started. The whole point of a letter friendship bracelet, in this case it's a number, is to keep the background color moving back and forth, back and forth. So I'm assuming you guys know what forwards and backwards knots are. So the first one is a white square, so it's going to be the background color, so the blue. So with the first purple string, and then with this one we're going to do a forwards knot with the blue onto the purple. Okay, that was the first one. Next one is an X, so it's going to have to be a purple knot, so to keep this moving that way, and then this, make this a purple knot, we have to do a backwards knot with the purple onto the blue. Okay. The next one is a square. So it's going to be a forwards knot with the blue onto the purple. Okay. The next one is a square again. So we're going to have to do a forwards knot with the blue onto the purple again. Okay, next one is an X. So we're going to do a backwards knot with the purple onto the blue. Okay, the last 2 are squares, right there. So we're going to be doing forwards knots with the blue onto the purples. Another forwards knot. Okay, that is this row. Alright, next row, we're going to be going backwards with this, so this is going to be moving this way. So the first one is a square, so it's going to be the background color. So now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do a backwards knot with the blue onto this purple. That way it's a blue knot, but the blue keeps moving in the way we want it to. Alright. Next one's an X. So forwards knot with the purple onto the blue, like that. Alright. The next 3 are squares, so they're going to be blue knots. So we're going to be doing backwards knots with the blue onto the purple. Alright. Same thing. Backwards knot with the blue onto the purple. Alright, this is another blue one. Backwards knot with the blue onto the purple. Okay, next one's an X. So we're doing a forwards knot with the purple onto the blue. Okay, now we're doing a backwards knot with the blue onto the purple, This is the last knot of this row. Okay. Okay, so that was that row. Alright, now we're on this row. This one's going to be a pretty easy one. Alright, we're going to be doing a forward knot with the blue onto the purple for the first one. That was a forward knot. Okay. Next one is going to be a backwards knot with the purple onto the blue. And for the next 5 knots, that's what it's going to be. Alright. Another backwards knot. Same thing, backwards knot with the purple onto the blue. And when you're doing all the same color on one row, it'll tend to slant this way, like down. If you do a tight knot on the end one, which is going to be the blue at the very end, it'll turn out fine. These are still backwards knots with the purples onto the blue. Okay, last backwards knot. Sorry if you can hear that in the background. It's my sister. She's having a sleepover with some of her friends. And she's being obnoxious. Okay, this one is going to be forward knot with the blue onto the purple. Like I said, make this one tight. So it brings the row into a straight line. Alright. And it'll tend to curl in, but just flatten it out, it'll be fine. Like this one. These are the ones I did tutorials on before and they curled in. But I just kept flattening them out and they turned out fine. Alright, that was that row. This is going to be the last row for the one. First one is a square, so it's going to be backwards knot with the blue onto the purple. Okay. There's backwards knot. Okay. Next 4 is going to be just the same thing. Backwards knots with the blue onto the purple. Here's another one. Backwards knot. Alright. Same thing. Backwards knot. Okay. Next one is another backwards knot. Alright. This is going to be the second to last knot we do. We're going to be doing a forwards knot with the purple onto the blue. Alright, last one is a backwards knot with the blue onto the purple. And that is it. That's it. There's the one. You guys see it. It kind of looks weird when it doesn't have a background. There it is. Sorry. There's the one. It looks better in person. I know it looks really weird on the camera. Sorry about that. You could also do one without. Here's the one. You could do it without these side. You could just do a line, straight line of 5 knots. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. See you later, guys.